Hi, so let's get back into some practice with some more trigonometric identities. So for this one, we're going to work on this side because this is kind of weird to try and turn into something useful. So let's just take this one. So remember, sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. So that's the main trigonometric identity. And then from that we get that sine squared x equals 1 minus cosine squared x, and cosine squared x equals 1 minus sine squared x. So this is the main ones that'll probably be given to you, and these two you can easily get from it by subtracting. So let's go ahead and change. Since this side is only sine, let's go ahead and turn cosine into sine using one of our identities here. So this one is what will turn that into sine. So let's just go ahead and replace that with 1 minus sine squared x minus sine squared x. So 1 minus sine squared x minus sine squared x is the same thing as 1 minus sine squared x minus sine squared x without the parentheses. We don't really need those because this is all subtraction. And that equals 1 minus 2 sine squared x, and there's your answer. And okay, let's go ahead and do another one. So how about secant x times sine x divided by tangent x plus cotangent x equals sine squared x. So this side is the more complicated side, so this is the side we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and convert everything into sine and cosine over here. So let's see here. Secant is, so let's just go over the opposites. Sine x is the opposite of cosecant. No. Oh, wait, yeah. Well, cosecant is right. That's not how you spell it. Cosecant. Cosine x is the opposite of secant, and tangent is the opposite of cotangent. So the way to remember the opposites really quick, sorry you can't see that, the way to remember the opposites is every group needs a co. So sine doesn't have a co, so it needs cosecant. Cosine has a co, so just secant, and tangent doesn't have a co, so cotangent. Yeah, so that, I just wanted to go over that real quick because I forgot what the opposite of secant is. Secant goes with cosine, so 1 over cosine times sine over 1, because this is already sine, divided by tangent plus cotangent. I'm wondering if we go ahead and multiply these, we get tangent. So yeah, let's see if that leads to anything. So this equals tangent. So tangent x over tangent x plus cotangent x. We can't really just get rid of this here because these are being added. so that's not going to work. But we can multiply we can change this into sine over cosine and this into cosine over sine, and then change those into something we can work with. So let's just do that. So tangent x over sine x over cosine x plus cosine x over sine x. Now, we can't really add fractions as they are without making the denominators the same. So using our multiplication of 1 rule, where we can multiply anything at any point by 1 in any form and be fine. Let's do that. So I want to change both of these to be the same. So we need this one to become sine x times cosine x, and this one to become cosine x times sine x, or sine x times cosine x, so that they are the same. So what we can do is, for each of these fractions, we can multiply by the one that the denominator is missing. So we can multiply this by cosine x over cosine x, and that's legal because this equals 1. And then over here we can multiply by sine x over sine x. So now in the denominator we have, well, let's go ahead and write out the whole thing. Tangent x over sine x squared, squared is over here, just ignore that, plus cosine x squared divided by cosine x times sine x which doesn't look great, but bear with me. And if we take this, we can then how do we do this now? This is very frustrating. Let me check my notes here. Oh, silly me. We just use our favorite little identity up here. Sine x squared plus cosine x squared equals 1. So tangent x divided by 1 over cosine x times sine x. And now we have something, because if we take this, we can then, what can we do then? Well, this was not planned out well. Oh, of course. So we just take tangent, change it to sine over cosine x again. So let's just go up here. So sine x over cosine x. And then if we multiply by the reciprocal, that means we are multiplying by cosine x times sine x over 1, and that gives us cosine x times sine x squared, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. Divided by cosine x. And we get to cross out the cosine x, and we're just left with sine x squared, which, if we're looking back, is our answer. Okay, sorry it took so long. I hope that was helpful.